film, but the weather didn't cooperate with us this afternoon.
Yes. Sometime I will make the whole presentation to you, but this piece is a model, a maquette, or a boceto for a large 12-foot sculpture in marble, and it is the central piece for a park, monumental park to missing children, international park. There is no park at the moment that has been dedicated to honor missing children. Missing children could be alive, they can be unfortunately passed, or they could be right now being abducted, or they can be anywhere. But when you think about the parents, about the loss, and every 40 seconds there is a child missing in the United States. That's only in the United States. The whole world, for all kinds of reasons. It could be for children are being put to work. They can also be used for their organs, taken and sold, and they are also for political reasons. The more that I look into it, it's just mind-blowing. I got inspired several years ago when I was in Argentina. I don't know if anybody has heard of the desaparecidos, the missing. This was for political reasons. Thousands of babies disappeared. The mothers were kept in captivity until the babies were born, and then they would kill the mothers, and the babies were placed in the families that were, at that time, the military regime, and so that they would grow up thinking that way. So, I mean, I couldn't believe when I heard this from these people. And then I decided I'd come back to the United States and start looking about missing children. Well, there was a program, and you might remember, on it was in the milk cartons. There was a photograph of missing child. Out of every 8 children, out of 10 children that were found, out of every 10 children, 8 that were found because of the photograph in the milk carton. So I am a figurative sculptor, and the best way that I can express myself is doing sculpture. So I decided to do this sculpture and look into creating a park and catching the attention of people about this missing child cause. And this sculpture will be 12 feet high, and in the back there is, like you see, this white marble column. There will be a large LCD screen directly connected to the Missing Children Center, and it's updated every second a child is missing. Within 24 hours you're supposed to send the photographs of the child by law, and they will be placed, and it will be shown automatically in that white piece of marble. Now, there is a location that the land has been assigned, donated for this purpose, and now I have to find matching funds. The sculpture itself would be sitting in the center with a fountain around, and it's full of symbolism. It would be like on the bottom of this round circle, there will be the flags of all the countries, 62 countries who are in agreement by the Hague Convention on missing children. Then the hill goes up, and on top of that will be 9 cypress trees divided in trees. Cypress trees are pointing to the sky, and they symbolize eternal life. So I thought that would be an environment that would be kind of protected. And in between these 3 trees, you will see the baby. You only see the top, so you will see him like he's floating. And why did I have a baby? I chose a baby because your child is your baby forever. You always think of your child as your baby. And in fact, there was a movie I went to see called Missing. You might have seen it. And when the mother finds out on the phone that her child is missing, 17-year-old girl in Paris, she goes, "Oh, my baby." And that's how a parent feels, their baby. So I chose a baby because these children, they are started missing from birth. They can be adopted from birth. And then it has a band around the eyes, because when you are kidnapped, usually they will put a band around your eyes. But it also symbolizes that these children, they don't know who they are. They change their identities. They don't know their families, their siblings. So they're blinded to the reality who they are. Now, the posts are from my two favorite sculptors. One side is like Michelangelo's Night, because they are in this, they don't know, they're in obscurity, in darkness. And it's in the Medici Chapel, and it's called Night, and that's the same position of the sculpture. Then on the other side, if you turn the baby just like this, as you see it on this side, it would be like Rodin's Thinker, because even if they abduct you and they take you away from everything, they can't take away from you the ability to think. And he's placed on a column that to me symbolizes society, which is where we will put the LCD screen with the photographs of the children, day and night, and information, even the ones who are found, I put there. And then the blanket is like you want to protect the baby. It's just hanging there open. He's out there by himself. So you want to protect. So that's what you want to do with missing children. You want to find them, you want to protect them. And on the other side of the sculpture, if you see on that column, there's a tree. And it's like the tree of life. There's a place for everybody on the tree of life. And they can't take away your genes or who you really are. So this is a project that, like I say, I'm very passionate about. And it will happen. And so just get familiar with the sculpture. You can go, you can touch it. And it's a baby. So you can see all the other sculptures. I work in bronze, in marble, in terracotta. And first, sometimes I start with sketch, like drawings, and then I go into the idea. That's Melancholia. And she is about somebody who is melancholic. You can read about it. And each one of the sculptures has a description. This girl over there, she is Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk. And that saying has been translated into almost every language, in Spanish, and French, and German, and that's. And then this little girl, she is somebody's first grandchild. I do lots of portraits, and you can see over here, Sleeping Child, another sculpture in marble. These are the tangueras. I'm a tanguera. I dance tango 2-3 times a week, so that was another inspiration. And here is Ponce de Leon. And in a year and a half, there's going to be 500 years from him having come here and named our state Florida, because it was on Easter Sunday when he came and it was full of flowers, so he named it Florida. And he died thinking that he had found the fountain of youth. He died from an arrow from an Indian, and that was poison. But he thought he had discovered the fountain of youth here. And I think a lot of you have come here because you want to be young and you want to enjoy your lives. And so maybe he did, maybe Florida is like the fountain of youth, because people are young and are able to play golf and go boating and do everything till they're way up in their years. And so anyway, I'm just telling you a little bit about it. The other thing I'm very passionate about are horses. And I don't have any sculptures here of horses, but there might be a little car around there where you see a life-size horse. I've done many horses, and I love them too. But I thank you very much for coming, and please touch my work and get to enjoy it. Life-size. So, thank you, Willie.